going on, YouTube? It's Scardada Picks. Back on YouTube today, trying to show some great appreciation for the American culture. All my sports bettors going around trying to get those winners today. Today is June 3rd. I'm going to look into a couple of the games today. Some of them I did fade, and a lot of them I'm feeling confident on them, so I'm just looking to them a little bit more to gather a little bit more information. To see if I really want to roll with them. A lot of my picks are already in for today, June 3rd. The slate has already begun. My review started with the Mets and the Mariners. That game is currently in action. I think last time I checked that score, it was 1-1 Mariners. I got the Mariners in that game at minus 144 price. I really do like them against the Mets. I don't think the Mets have anything to play for. The next game after that would have been the Padres and the Phillies. Now this series, I did place a bet with the Phillies. They cashed that for me. I wasn't too worried about the Padres in this series because they played against the Nationals and didn't really show me what I wanted to see as far as them coming into their next matchup with the Phillies. The Phillies, kind of can hit the ball. They're known for scoring points, and I don't know, maybe they got something planned for San Diego because they were a part of some game with the Diamondbacks in another country earlier in the year, to get us started this year. But I don't know, the Padres, Fernando Tatis hasn't done shit. I think he had one home run, and I don't even think I watched baseball that day. But the Phillies overall, there are swirls in the air of Christopher Sanchez being the Phillies pitcher. I don't really care for pitchers that much in baseball because honestly, you could be the best player on your team and one person could ruin the win, or it's not enough. It doesn't solidify it enough for me, so therefore I don't value it highly. But I'm rolling with the Phillies in this game. I don't think the Padres will wake up against the Phillies. The Phillies at minus 219. That's a pretty steep price, but I think that the more value lies with the Phillies in this matchup. I'm gonna take the Phillies. Next game, we got the Orioles and the Red Sox. I faded this game yesterday. I do not like these matchups against the Orioles and the Red Sox, because you always get them not when they're both doing good, when one is good and the other one is so-so. So you really never know who's going to break out in the game. So you're kind of digging at the bottom of the barrel with these two. More value in this game for me on my analysis would be with the Orioles. They're hitting the ball a lot better than the Red Sox. And honestly, when I think about the Red Sox and just try to imagine them playing at home, that wall that they have to hit over is insane. I don't know who hits the ball over that frequently. I don't know if anybody for the Red Sox can hit over that wall repeatedly. And honestly, I just think that the Orioles have a lot of speedsters on their team. I hate that they got the guy from the Mets, Alonso. I hate that he's over there with the Orioles. I wish he would have went somewhere else. I wish Alonso went to the fucking Blue Jays instead of the Orioles. That would have been a better bird team for him to be on. So in this game, I kind of took a stab at the Orioles on plus 1.5, just because I do not like the Red Sox. That is very biased, but also looking at my review, I have the Orioles with a higher value than the Red Sox, and the Red Sox are on a significant number that I think just simplifies a win into a loss. So simplest terms, I think the Red Sox have no value at minus 156. There's a lot of other 156 priced teams today, and I don't want to take the Red Sox at minus 156. It's other teams that I would rather take that chance for at such a high price. So I'm banking on that Orioles plus money. If I had to fade myself completely, I would just take the Boston Red Sox on the money line. I wouldn't take them by 2. I couldn't take them by 2. No way. Next game, we got the Guardians at the Yankees. Now the Yankees blew that motherfucking money. They blew it though, but they didn't blow it in a way that you was oh man, this is terrible. They blew it before the game even started. They was talking about Aaron Judge is out. Oh, okay. So he not coming to the game today? All right. Fuck it. We don't need it. They fucking needed it. They lost 9-4. It was insane. So taking them today at minus 156. So it's another minus 156 you got to think about. And in this matchup, the Guardians have more value based on my calculations. But I don't like this value for them. I think that they just picked up a really big win. It was like plus 200 or something yesterday. I don't think you should come back the next day plus 129 and win too. But I do believe that they can win 2 games in a row. They should have won 2 games in a row already. You know, the Yankees coming to this game with 36 wins and 24 losses. The Guardians have 35 wins and 27 losses. So the Yankees are only up by, let's say, a game and a half, you know, because they have 1 win over them, but they are 3 losses ahead of them. Let's say 2.5. Fuck it. Yankees being 2.5 on the season, better than the Guardians. I don't know. The Yankees losing that game yesterday puts a bitter taste, you know, in your mouth for you. But I don't want them to come back and lose again to the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians don't have enough star power for me to constantly back them. I like Ramirez. He reminds me of the slap ass skit from Key and Peele. But I mean, they got some other people over there. I think they have what's his name's brother. He plays for the Mariners now. His little brother plays for the Cleveland Guardians. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. But I like them for that reason. But the Yankees got a lot more people that you really want to see play baseball. You feel me? Like, being as far as like a super fan, like, there's a lot more money on the table for the Yankees tonight to get this win. Minus 156, because it's so low, maybe people try to go the other way and try to go get that plus money with the Guardians. But plus 130, I don't even give a fuck. I'm fading it. I don't want the 130. I took the Yankees at minus 156. That was a tough one. I really hope the Yankees can pull that one out. Pause. And next game, we got the Royals and the Reds. Royals, listen here. Royals. I've been watching the Royals. I like Kansas City. I'm a very, very big Kansas City fan. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you put Kansas City next to it, I'm gonna be like, it's lit though. Like, it's really lit. You gotta really like give it a chance. And it's just, they ain't doing too hot this year. They didn't start off the year hot. They didn't have anything popping. And in this series against the Cincinnati Reds, I've actually been to Cincinnati. I've not been to Kansas City. So I've been to Cincinnati, and them Reds get hot, man. They get hot. And I don't know, the Royals they're not streaking in the right direction for me. You know, coming off a series with the Yankees, then with the Rangers, now with the Reds. Yeah. No, you ain't doing it for me. So I can't really take the Royals. I took them the other day. They lost by 1 in the 10th. They went to extra innings. It was tied 3-3. They somehow let the Reds get a home run in the bottom of the 9th. And they had the audacity to get all 3 outs after that. Like, no, bro, the game tied. Now you got to go to overtime. And then they go to overtime. I think bases at most was loaded. You got bases loaded. You already got the runner. How you got bases loaded and don't even score? So the Royals kind of just clapped themselves out the picture right there. And I don't know. I don't like the direction they're taking. So just with another cents on top, minus 157, we're gonna take the Reds. That is a little jump. There is a little bit of intensity in there. But I don't know, that plus 130, I'm just not a fan of plus 130 on these sports books. I'm just not a fan. I'll take the minus 157. Because that plus 130 just, what does it do? You know? I do not like the Royals going into Cincinnati, being a losing team, who just lost in extra innings, to come back and beat the Reds when they only beat y'all about 1 point. So they spared y'all yesterday. So now you're trying to come back again with plus 130, talking about you finna win? Nah. I like the Reds. Only player I'm really hearing a lot of like commotion from when it comes to the Royals would have to be Bobby Witt, but he's known for stealing bases. I ain't hearing nothing about no home run hit. I ain't hearing nothing about no Palacios. I ain't hearing shit. They ain't got nothing in the headlines. All I'm hearing is the Reds. The Reds is gonna score. So I'm not gonna take that chance with Kansas City and the Guardians back to back. I feel like you can fade them together safely. And yeah, moving to the next game, we got the Blue Jays and the Braves. Braves, listen here. The Braves are supposed to be the best team in baseball. They have 41 wins and 20 losses, and the Blue Jays have 29 wins and 32 losses. So the Blue Jays are not even 500 yet. They're coming into this game at plus 123. ABC 123. I think the Blue Jays hit the showers early. I do not like them in this game at all. I definitely like the Braves to win it at minus 149. Come on now, let's talk about the Blue Jays. I think they just came off a series with the Rays. They might have been playing against the Rays. Let me check. They might have been playing against the Rays. Nope. Let's see. Okay, they're coming off a series with the Orioles. Okay, so the Blue Jays like lost a bunch of games to the Orioles, I would imagine, in that series, because the Orioles were underdogs for the most of it, and the Blue Jays did not come in there stumping on their necks. The Blue Jays went down in game one against the Braves. The Braves won. I was really just ecstatic that they will win. Been following the Braves this past week, and they've been doing pretty good. Maybe 1 or 2 games in between they didn't come through for me, but for the most part they are, just like the Brewers, and the Brewers are in the next matchup after this Atlanta game. So I like these two paired up as well. I like the Braves and the Brewers, just jumping ahead, thinking. I'm going to fade the Blue Jays today simply because the Canadians, man, like, they find a way to always ruin my slips. And I think with the Braves being an American team, I'm not too familiar with all of the divisions when it comes to baseball, but I just want to say the print of Atlanta Braves would have to be like some pristine shit, right? Like, you know, like your PWIs versus your HBCUs, like, you know what the difference is. And I just feel like this is a PWI versus a fucking European descent. And I just want the PWI to win with the Atlanta Braves. That all sounded crazy, but it's only because I went to the Braves stadium and I saw how it looked. It's very classical. I'm always biased when it comes to these Atlanta teams, but like, how can I not? Like you heard me say in the beginning, like the Braves are supposedly the best team in baseball, 41 wins. So today, I think they get their 42nd win against Toronto. Toronto is not that good on the road. I would only fear Toronto in Toronto. Outside of that, I'm looking to fade them at any cost. If it's a good price, I'm going to fade the Blue Jays out of Canada. Moving on to the next one, we got the Milwaukee Brewers at home against the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco Giants is another team I'm looking to fade on the road. They can get their little piece of the pie at times on the road, but against the Brewers, who've been paying me pretty paid, I want to keep the Brewers on a winning streak no matter what it is. I don't think they should lose to the Giants. The Brewers smacked them the first game. I'm not sure if it was the first game, but they smacked them yesterday. And the more value in this game is the Giants. You know, I have the Giants around like a 1, let's say a 111. The Giants are currently priced at plus 129. So that's a little bit over what I have them as. And the Brewers, fuck it, bro. I'm taking the Brewers. I can't say nothing else. What? The Giants have Devers. They took Devers from the Boston Red Sox. I'm not really big on all the players in baseball, man. But when I bet and I see a shitty player one day that I betted on, and I see his name go to a different team, I'm just like, oh, so now I gotta not pick that team too, because there's no reason that player should be moving anywhere. They should be going out of the league. But they so nice to these people and they give them extra contracts once they're clearly shown they have no more talent. So with Devers being on the Giants, I always fade the Giants. Before Devers was there, I think last year there was some other player for the Giants, black guy, and it's like his legs didn't work. Literally, like he had surgery or something on his legs, and they're trying to make him run the bases. And I'm just like, damn. I've seen a lot of situations where they get somebody else to run for him, but they telling me on the broadcast that he want to run. Why you want to run and your legs don't work? He can't even slide. Like he slid, and I guess he sent his knee into the dirt, and now his knee gone. You know, I don't even think he played baseball no more. He might have. I think they traded him. I think the Giants traded him. They didn't even trade him for Devers. They sent him somewhere else and sent Devers to San Francisco. I don't like that. I don't like nothing that San Francisco did right there. And I also don't like Robbie Ray. I do not like him as a pitcher. I think he looks like a cartoon character, honestly, like a cartoon principal. I'm fading the Giants at whatever cost it is because I do not like them. But I don't know if you have any good positive motives about the Giants versus the Brewers, the Brew Crew, Milwaukee Brewers. You serious? You serious? I'm taking the Brewers. Next game, we got the Rangers and the Cardinals. You know, you can only say because the Cardinals, man, they not hitting on nothing. Nothing. The Cardinals 31-28. They are over 500, so that means they have some room to spare. And the Rangers are 30-31. The Rangers are not 500 yet. They're not a 500 team. They're out on the road. They just took the other game against the Cardinals. The Cardinals played against the Cubs pretty tough. Was it the Cubs? Let's see who the Cardinals was playing against. Who y'all had played last? Hold on now. No, it was the Rangers yesterday. Okay, hold on. Getting close. Okay, they did play the Cubs, and they smacked the Cubs the last night game that they had, end of the slate, on May 31st. So Cubs lost to the Cardinals. Cardinals didn't come out here and lose to the Rangers, and now the Rangers are playing them again. The more value lies with the Rangers. I think the Cardinals are just like, bleh. They're just basic. Like, honestly, nobody even in this game has plus money. It's not a very good price to game. I think you should be getting value with somebody, but a -102 versus a -119, it ain't no value on either side. I don't think -120 is a good bet. I don't think 102 is a good bet. But I think the Rangers are just closer to where they need to be. I think the Cardinals are in a little phasey period. You know, 3 games above 500. Like, what do you do next? Like, do you go to the next level, or do you kind of just like play around to the strength of your competition? So I think that's what they do here. I think the Rangers can blow up after playing against some tough competition. That Astros series was fucking disgusting. I couldn't believe it. Then they played the Royals and handed belt to ass. So that was good for the Rangers. I think the Rangers are on a very hotter path than the Cardinals. So I would take the Rangers at -102. It's a pick'em game, so you don't even have to pick this game. I would leave it alone, ultimately. Yeah, unless you want to pick the Rangers to win against the Cardinals. Next game, we got the Athletics against the Cubs. I'm not sure where the Athletics are. They saying Oakland, they saying Vegas. I don't know where they play. So with this game being on the road, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. So I'm gonna have to fade the Athletics. I mean, I tried to give them faith in the series against the Angels recently, and like the Angels just came over there and just whooped their ass. I didn't even know where the game was played at. All I saw was the Angels running around the base. I saw fucking Trout. I saw everybody hitting bases, and nobody on the Athletics wanted to hit the ball. There's only one good guy. I think there's a couple good guys. No, man. Honestly, when I watch the Athletics, nobody ever surprises me or shows anything good. I think maybe their pitchers are the best thing that they have, and maybe one or two hitters. So the Athletics, they took the game yesterday. I did take them in that game. I didn't have very much faith in the Cubs. The Cubs have been playing very weird baseball. And I'm gonna be another person that had a voice to it, but Armstrong, what he said to the woman, when she was outside, the fence, that's stupid. You don't have to talk shit to a woman on the sideline, bro. You get paid millions of dollars. I would have jumped through the motherfucking fence and grabbed the nigga by his t-shirt and hang his ass up like, you better hit a motherfucking baseball. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to run them over. They don't do that in baseball. But run them over just to be funny. Yeah, my bad, bro. Slap ass. Fuck out of here, man. So, yeah, the Cubs just wasn't playing too good. And honestly, I like Suzuki for the Cubs. When he ain't going, shit. When Suzuki not hitting, shit. They got a couple other hitters over there that I like. Armstrong being one of them, but he don't have a lot of strength, but he hit them home runs every once and again. I think they got Horner. Horner for the Cubs, bruh. Every time I watch a Cubs game, he at bat, he finna hit that motherfucker. It was that game against the White Sox. I'll never forget that series, the Cubs and White Sox. Cubs are on the road to the White Sox, and that shit went to like fucking overtime, nigga. Fuck extra innings. They went to overtime. Bruh. Have you ever seen teams go back-to-back grand slams to go to overtime to hit another grand slam? Man. So the Cubs losing that bad like that, I think they have to get some type of momentum going. They just got robbed game one against the Athletics. I'm not sure if it's game one. I missed June 1st. I did not pay attention to baseball June 1st because I knew something was going to be weird about it. But June 2nd, the Athletics won, and now June 3rd, maybe the Cubs bounce back on the third day of the month. More value in this game is with the Cubs. I think the Cubs do have more to play for. The Athletics are 29-31, 2 games below 500, and the Cubs are 3 games above 500. Yep, so I'm gonna just lean to the Cubs because the Cubs do have a little bit of a edge. Yeah, man, they've just been playing home, and the Oakland Athletics on the road. They already won, and now today they're plus 113. I'm not trying to get lucky with the Athletics today. I'm gonna take the safer bet with the Cubs. As a final synopsis, I have the Mariners, Phillies, Orioles, Yankees, Reds, Braves, Brewers, Rangers, Cubs, fade Pitt in Houston, fade Colorado and LA, and I'm taking the Diamondbacks for some plus money.